Welcome back to the Showroom Presents. You know my next guest is Charles Xavier in X-Men Days of Futures Past. He's also starred with Angelina Jolie as Wesley in Wanted. He's now starring as Connor Ludlow in The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. Welcome, James McAvoy.
Thank you very much for having me.
So tell us about the movie, The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby.
In The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby, we have a couple who are fantastic together. You know, they elevate each other, and that's what all great loves do, aren't they? They make you more of yourself, and all those sort of sickly sweet things that sound like, how could I possibly watch a movie about these guys? But quite quickly in the movie, they get something driven between them. A terrible thing happens to them. It drives them apart. How do you tell that story about how they heal themselves and about how they grieve and how they get over their bereft state? Do you tell it from his point of view or hers, or do you tell it sort of like combining them both? And our really brave first-time writer-director decided to tell them from all three. So he's got one movie which is entirely from my point of view, one movie which is entirely from Jessica's point of view, and he's got one movie that shares both of their experiences in one movie. So he's made 3 movies instead of one for his first-time movie, and I don't know, he was more capable and wrote more beautifully and directed with more insight than some people I've worked with who've been directing for decades, you know. So yeah, that's the kind of the new idea, I suppose, is in cinema for us that Ned has introduced, is subjectivity, because it's not just a beautiful love story. They are all beautiful love stories, but they are completely conflicting accounts of how it happened and how they dealt with it, depending upon the masculine as opposed to the feminine, depending upon how a character remembers a moment. So, for example, in one scene, I remember that I fessed up to a big transgression. My guilt was too much for me, and I had to tell her because it was getting too much. In her memory, she remembers that scene that she guessed that I did something wrong. And so it's sort of for anybody who's had that argument with their partner, who they love more than life itself, and they cannot for the life of them understand why their partner doesn't get that they're wrong, just know that that other person is thinking the exact same thing, and the truth is you're probably both wrong and both right, because you have to be true to what you believe, and you have to be true to your own perception of a situation. And these 2 movies give you your partner's perception of it and your partner's point of view. And that's what's great. But right now, what is out at the moment is the combined movie, the Them movie. October 10, the 2 separate him and her opposing, subjective, arguing movies come out. And that's something that's quite exciting, really.
It's really interesting, and talk about being ambitious for your first time movie, you know, making technically 3 movies in one.
Yeah, I know, huh? He made 3 movies in the time it usually takes to make half a movie. So he is a super talented guy, I have to say. And when you are as, I don't know, capable and as meticulously, as good at planning as meticulously as he is, with his fantastic producer Cassandra Koulakundis, then I don't know, you can get a lot more done actually than in a lot of movies. So no, he's fantastic, this guy Ned Benson.
Is that something that drew you to this part, the fact that they were telling it from different points of view?
Well, to be honest with you, when I signed up, I didn't know we were doing 2 different movies. I just thought we were doing my movie, and that was my own bad, my own silliness. They sent it to me like 4 years before I did it, and at that point, the horror movie didn't exist. So when they came back to me 4 years later and said, "Hey, we're going to make it. Do you want to do it?" and I was like, "Yeah, let me have a read of it again." I just read the original email version that they sent me 4 years previously, and I thought, it's fantastic, it's beautiful, it's heartbreaking, I want to be a part of it. I got there for the first day of rehearsals, and the director, to be fair, the director and my agent had both said to me something on the phone about like the other movie and stuff. To be honest with you, it just seemed like such a strange concept. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I turned up on the first day of rehearsals, and they gave me the first hard copy in paper of the script that I'd ever had, because I'd just been working off my emails. And I looked at it and I thought, geez, well, that's really thick. And I started to get really like, And so as we started reading it, I was like firing ahead, going, oh, what is this? So by the end of the read-through, I had a deeper appreciation of what I'd gotten myself involved in. But to be honest with you, I couldn't have been more excited. It's one of those exciting things in cinema that when somebody does it, everybody else goes, "Why didn't we think of that?" Of course. And to be involved in something like that is just fantastic. And again, Ned Benson, no better soldier.
Well, we're all here in Buffalo looking forward to seeing The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. James McAvoy, thank you for joining us here on the Showroom Presents.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
You call that showing off?
How about the dazzling diamond deals we're showing off at the Showroom on Union? Diamond engagement rings.
Diamond band.
Diamond anniversary.
Diamond fashion.
Diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds.
All at a fraction of the pricey stores.
And buy with confidence because all Showroom diamonds will come with a Gem Lab certificate as requested, guaranteeing natural diamonds of value. Don't forget, we feature GIA certified diamonds.
Showing off great diamonds and great deals every day.
At Airport Plaza Jewelers, the Showroom on Union.